Hello folks, I'm live. Hopefully some of you guys maybe saw that I tried to post ahead of time that I was doing a live stream. Hopefully some of you guys saw that, and yeah, I would love to see some of you guys. As I always say, we always have a great time on here, so if you guys are available, obviously I don't want to take away from your Saturdays, but if you guys are available, of course anyone is welcome here, welcome to join in, and yeah, I'd love to see that. So yeah, Igni, welcome. Hey, I don't think I've heard that name before. Welcome in to the live stream. So in case you didn't know, I'm here in Montgomery County, Maryland, just north of Washington, D.C. And these are some of my palm trees. Obviously, they're pretty small right now, but with time, hopefully, they'll grow. Some of these are planted pretty recently. This is the only one that actually has been here since before last winter. So this thing, tough as it is, incredibly tough, made it through like a champion last winter, and I planted it like mid-December, so it did sustain some damage because it didn't become established at all, and it's just a tiny little palm, and yet it still just made it through, and it's just thriving. Unfortunately, someone threw the hose on top of it, right, literally the most unfortunate spot right down here, so the frond sort of got crushed a little bit, and the spear a little bit, but I think it's still intact enough that it'll keep growing, so thankfully the palm's doing well, and yeah, got my bearded dragon here. Anyways, Igni, where are you? Where are you coming to us from today? What state or country are you in? Here, 1 second. Pardon me. There's my bearded dragon. Just had to get him off. He was right on my back. So yeah, I'm here in Montgomery County, Maryland, and yeah, it's about 90 degrees today. Super humid. Again, it's the heat I don't really mind. It's mostly the humidity that I mind, and boy do I mind it. Oh my god, I just noticed this. How did I not notice this? I remember I tossed a bunch of sable seeds here. Look at this. Everywhere. They're coming up like weeds. Crazy. I gotta get this thing out of the way. Pardon me for a second while I get this hose out of the way. Wow, there's sables everywhere there. I tossed a bunch of sable minor seeds there, and they really have come up. Here, wait 1 second. Let me get this thing out. Hey, what's up, Jacob Gonzalez? Welcome in. I'm really happy because I just noticed this. I tossed some sable minor seeds around here a while ago. Look at this. They're all coming up. Look at this. I got to check on mine because I tossed some in the local park too, in the woods. And those are probably going to be coming up soon. $9 p.m. in France. Wow. Right. Sorry. I remember you joined in one of my live streams earlier. That's crazy. 9 p.m. in France. Wow. Well, thank you for joining in today. I really appreciate that. And yeah, don't stay up too late, but you know, I really appreciate you making the time. And yeah, we're hopefully have a palmy discussion here. Let me get this hose, pardon me for a second. Wow, there's a lot of sable minor seedlings here. I hope I'm not stepping on any. Wait, it's an invasion. Yes, the sable minor invasion, the best kind of invasion. Just started some sweat peas, and I'm hoping the birds don't kill. Wow, yeah, those are that's good stuff. Hopefully not. Those birds can be greedy. They I don't know who it was. Maybe it's probably a squirrel or something. Chewed up one of my sable minor seedlings, and you know, those things are super tough. So thankfully they're coming back now. But yeah, that was not good to see. Thankfully this hose has been tossed here a bunch of times. It doesn't look like it's crushed any of the palm seedlings just by miracle, but they're everywhere. I didn't even notice that. Oh, this one looks like it might have been crushed a little bit. Poor seedlings. So you can see the difference. This is like this liriope grass here, and that's a palm seedling. You can see the palm seedlings have those little ridges on them, and the grass is not. So that's the difference. I gotta be really careful what we're stepping here. I can't believe I never noticed this. So a while ago, oh, and look, one even came up here because I tossed a bunch of seeds here I got from the National Arboretum. For those of you who don't know, that's in Washington, D.C. And I went to the National Arboretum and I collected some sable minor seeds sometime last year and tossed them all around like in winter. And yeah, looks like a ton of them have grown, which is super awesome to see. And yeah, so I just want to be careful where I step in there because, you know, if, again, the biggest threat to palms, especially in colder climates like this, is people. Because if someone steps in there, they could crush a bunch of those seedlings. But if no one does anything, those will grow, and they're bulletproof here, 100%. And a good deal further north than here also. They're tough palms, so they will make it. Like I said, we have, you know, our winters here aren't that bad, but they can get cold. Most palms can't withstand them, but sable minor absolutely will. Look at that. So you can see those little ridges I was talking about. It's got about 3 of them there. Little ridges running up the side of the seedling. So that's what I was talking about. Good luck with your sweat peas, by the way. That's good stuff. Hopefully the birds, yeah, hopefully leave them alone. I will to seedling. That's awesome. You seem like a palm expert as well. Not as well, I'm not a palm expert. I'm saying a palm enthusiast as well. But yeah, I love that, you know, we're all bound by our love for palms. And you seem like you know a lot about palms. You seem like you're a palm enthusiast. And France is such a cool country for obviously so many reasons, but basically throughout the entire country, north to south, you can grow palms, and a variety of species too, especially in southern France. And up in northern France, you've got so many palms you can grow as well. So it's just such a cool country for palm growing specifically. Look at my Spanish moss. This thing's almost dried out here. A couple of little strands that are still alive, but pretty dry. Here, I'm gonna be very careful where I step here. I'm getting this hose out from around here. I gotta walk this thing back around. Pardon me 1 second. Sorry, I'll get on to the palms in a second, but I just gotta get this hose out of the way because I don't want it crushing any my sable minor seedlings. I'll be very, very careful where I step here. So there's a lot of liriope in there, which is this grass. I think it's from Asia, and it's I mean, it's, you know, it's planted a lot, and I spent a long time when I planted my palms. It started here and went all the way over there, dug it all up, and it's just growing back. So that was kind of useless, but I mean, it's considered invasive in some places, I believe. It's not invasive here, I don't think. I've never really seen it. I've seen it naturalizing in a couple of places, but not widespread. You know, it's just a grass, but it can be mistaken for palm seedlings, especially here. But there's a big difference, you know, with those ridges on the palm seedlings, and here it's just the blades are just flat and ridgeless, whereas a palm seedling, and you see, like, this could easily look like a palm seedling, but no, this is just liriope. Whereas, let's find one. Like, for example, here, this is the palm seedling that I was talking about. You can see the ridges on it, and it's thicker. But yeah, everywhere these sable minor seedlings are coming up. Everywhere, look at these. So cool. So awesome. Here's one as well. Here's several, in fact. Oh, looks like this one got crushed by the hose, but it should make it. Looks like it's doing fine. So somehow miraculously, at least I hope the hose didn't crush any, and they're just sort of growing in there. I'm just gonna leave them alone. I don't bother them at all. There we go. And yeah, just let the palms grow. So that's pretty awesome to see. And yeah, so this is obviously, those are sable minor seedlings, all those little ones coming up, and that's a, sorry about that. There we go. This is a bigger sable minor. It's got one actual like mature-ish frond, not really, but this one hopefully will be more than just a 2 split frond. But yeah, it's doing well. It's doing really well. Loving this humidity. I can't say I am, but I prefer it to the cold, I'll tell you that. I prefer it a lot to the cold. Because I know my palms are thriving in it. I'm gonna pull this hose in. I just want to get this out of the way. All right, folks, let's see this. Sorry, gotta read these comments. I did some experimenting in the light brown seeds, fresh off a 50-foot Robusta can germinate. Really? Yeah, that's what I know. So there's, the myth is that you cannot harvest palm seeds till they're ripe. That's absolutely not true. They'll ripen after you harvest them. Same with most seeds, generally speaking, but I've never really heard of that, just growing them before they're ripe. That's awesome. That's awesome, Jacob. Yeah, you got tons of palms down there. Robustas are like weeds down there. I'm jealous. That's awesome. I hope those seedlings survive the winter. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you can see there's one literally growing. This one got a little bit. Oh, there's two there. You see those two seedlings right there? Pardon me. Ugh. Sorry, the quality's really bad. There we go. You see those two little seedlings right there? Yeah, it looks super cool. They'll definitely survive here because they naturalize in a lot of other areas on the National Mall, which is obviously a tad bit warmer. But they naturalize in a lot of other areas. Tons of mosquitoes on me right now. But yeah, they'll make it through. They're tough palms. They're definitely 100% bulletproof here. Sorry, is the video quality bad? There we go. Yeah, I know. It would look awesome once they fill in and they'll have like a sable jungle in there. That'll be so cool. But yeah, I just leave them alone. I have seeding a coconut. Really? You have a coconut seedling? Is that right? That's awesome. They certainly won't make it anywhere in France, really. I mean, it would be cool to see one experiment in the south of France, but you could try them indoors. Just make sure to shower them off in your shower temporarily, not temporarily, periodically, every now and then, because you don't want the mites getting on them. Those spider mites are a big problem for any indoor palm, really, especially coconuts. So definitely shower them off every now and then, just to get a little moisture on there, get those mites off, because they love the dryness. So coconuts can be tough to grow inside, but I would love to try one inside. In fact, I probably will at some point. I would take... Oh yeah, Liriope, yeah, over English ivy. I will too. I mean, it's not at all invasive anywhere in Maryland I'm aware of. Yeah, I hate the English ivy. In fact, speaking of which, I just saw one popping up because it's I'll go show you. Got lots of weeds here. My neighbors, I hope they're not outside, but on this side, let the English ivy grow rampant, and on the other side, unfortunately. And look at this is what happens, is it starts coming up in my yard, and it's really annoying, because I might just someday just go and rip it out, because I hate it so much. It's invasive, and I'm really helping the community by doing that. But you can see that, you see this ground cover stuff here, on their side, the English ivy right there. The English ivy grows in, and on our side, we obviously always rip it out, but they just let it grow in. Look at this. And we can't really rip it out, but just terrible. Yes, I agree with you, Trevor. By the way, thanks for joining in. Yes, English ivy is a terrible, terrible invasive species. I would argue, even if you're in its native habitat, anywhere, I mean, just my personal hatred for it, do not plant it. It's interesting, my needle palm's kind of dried out a little bit. I haven't watered it enough. It's got some drying fronds here. I mean, the spears and everything, it's healthy, but some of the fronds are a little brown. And then this lady palm, by the way, just thrives. Put out so many new fronds here. Absolutely thrives. These are my eastern hemlocks here. We've sprayed them against the hemlock woolly adelgid, which if you guys live near here might know about. And doing really well. Got a mountain laurel here, Camellia latifolia, and 2 native species growing side by side. 2 native evergreens, which is super cool. Sable minor here. Got a little browning there, but otherwise kind of getting crowded out here. It's doing well though. Got the taproot next to it. Where's the spear? Oh, there's the spear. Yeah, this is a nice healthy sable minor. Hopefully those things won't choke it out. Georgia Palms, thanks for joining in. Welcome, my friend. Great to see you in here. Thanks for joining in. How's everything in Georgia? How's the weather? I bet it's hot and humid down there. It's about 90 and humid here, so I bet it is hot down there. Seedlings outdoors. Oh, really? That's crazy. Make sure to take it in winter, though. That's might be a problem. Yeah, these are beautiful hemlocks here. I mean, aside, obviously I love palms, but as far as native species go, this is one of my favorites. I love eastern hemlock. Beautiful native conifer species, which is just dying off because of the adelgid. Just got off work. Thanks, Camel. Camel, thank you for joining in. How did work go? How's everything going with you? How's the weather? I bet it's hot and humid down there as well in South Carolina. Thanks for joining in, though. Really appreciate it. It's been over a month since I've done a live stream. I just realized that it's been over a month. It's crazy. I can't believe it. Because I've been traveling so much. I did a backpacking trip in California. That was so much fun. And yeah, just ripping some weeds out. This thing hasn't grown back, by the way. I think because Marky is officially dead. So that's a little report on that. And I don't know. I mean, I think it was dead. I'm never going to deny that. I'm never going to deny a free palm, even if everyone says it's 100% dead. I mean, you know, there are ways of saving them. I tried, but mine did not come back, unfortunately. I wish it had. That would be super cool. Just gonna sit on the steps for a second. Hey, Palm Tree Dude, thanks for joining in. Welcome to the live stream. I'm just here in my front yard, and thanks for joining in. It's so easy to hop sweat down. Yes, yeah, I know. I'm sweating already, and I'm sweating profusely, and I've been standing out here for not very long. It's hot out. It is extremely. You just start sweating as soon as you step outside. It's really true. I'm in the mountains now, only 75 but sunny. Oh wow, that's crazy. Are you in Virginia or in what state? Because the Virginia mountains, super cool ecosystems up there. Let me know if you see any hemlock. If you're up in Virginia, let me know how they're doing. Weather is fine, just a few outer bands of fur hurt. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, Georgia palms. Let me know how that goes, because I think New Orleans is supposed to be like the hardest hit, and then it just got slammed by Katrina. I mean, that was a number of years ago, but they're still like repairing the damages from that with all the levees and stuff. Now they're gonna get slammed again, just terrible. So let me know how it goes. I'm praying for you, and I'm hoping everything's hoping you guys don't get hit very hard. I don't think you're at the center of it, but still. God, so many mosquito bites. Yeah, that hurricane's just crazy. My neighbor's pygmy dates started producing fruit. Really? That is awesome. And you're in a place where they just thrive. Jacob, that's awesome. That is so cool. Pygmy dates here, I've never seen them producing fruit. I just see them in pots, that's it. But I wish we could grow them. I mean, they're cool palms, but we can only, we're very restricted. But I mean, look, many places in the world can't grow palms at all. So I've got to be grateful that we got 2 or 3 or more actually species that'll, at least to a degree, thrive here. 2 that are completely bulletproof here: needle palm and sable minor, and then a variety of Trachycarpus species, which are varying levels of bulletproof here to marginal. I'd say Trachycarpus teakeel is probably pretty close to bulletproof. Fortuna is still very much marginal. You'll see mixed results with that palm across the city. So, yep. Very busy today, and they had me do a lot of outdoor work. Oh gosh, sounds like yeah, this is, I would not want to be doing too much outdoor work in this weather, but what kind of job do you have, Camel? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna be applying for a job quite soon. Yeah, I applied for a couple, but I just applied for a couple local jobs since I'm still in high school, but I did not get them, fortunately. There's very varying requirements in Maryland, so they said to apply in fall. So yeah, anyways, that's the story. Sago is looking good, thanks. Yeah, the Sago is doing really well, and it's fleshed out not 1 but 2 pairs of leaves since 2 pairs of fronds since winter when it got hit. So that's awesome to see how it's done. It's done really well. Yeah, beautiful. It's done really well. This thing's just sort of stalled. I don't know if it's ever going to put out any more growth. I think it might be a goner. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it. And then this little thing may look like nothing's here, but look at this. Tiny sable miner seedling actually making its recovery. And I don't know if you see that little thing on the bottom is a spear, and that thing on the top is a chewed off frond. It used to be like an actual seedling for my friend NG Palms, and these things just desiccated it. Some squirrels or something, I don't know what it was exactly, but let's see. What do you use to, I use it's an app called Prism platforms. I have 1,000 subscribers, which I do not. So it's so accepting. Super cool. I think it's crazy how they are getting another major hurricane. I know. I'm so grateful I can grow. Yeah, that's insane. Have you guys seen his videos are awesome, and he's got his which is the Puerto Rican. She's in. Yeah. Once the ceilings just sprouted for the first time. Wow, that's awesome. Let me know how that goes. I would love to try one of those here. I think they're definitely marginal here at the very best. My Sago is preparing for its second flush. That's awesome. Mine just flushed for a second time. That's awesome, Trevor. You're in Maryland? That is about 15-20 minutes from me, not far at all. Wow, that sable miner is so small. I know, it is so small, and I thought it was a goner. I completely did. And the other one was removed. I planted it in the middle of my street, completely gone. I have no idea what happened, and I thought this thing was just dead, because I remember planting it there, and I just saw it was gone, and I'm like, oh, enough water or something. And I just noticed it like a month later or something, and it was just insane. It's so tiny, but it's thriving. Still green. Yeah, it is tiny. Oh, am I lagging? Let me know how the connection goes. And it's crazy because those same pygmy dates look dead when the freeze hit here. That's crazy. Yeah, those were some of the. I saw a lot of pictures of them that sort of died in that Texas freeze, and a lot of them came back, which is awesome. It's in South Texas, which is far south. That's so cool. Yeah, Jacob is Texas. Great climate. You've got, but tons of coconuts and stuff. It's super cool. Oh, it's lagging a lot. I'm sorry. Maybe my backyard's better. Might get a Pindo soon. That's all. LA. I tried a while ago, and it was about because everything's extremely cheap. Long Beach, California. Now I'm going to chop off. I didn't want to butcher a palm. Kind of tough to bring it back, but like I said, they're big ones. Jubea or at Pindos as well. I got some seeds in the yard. That's awesome. Because they're beautiful. Hold on, be right back. It's oh, it says internet. I should plan a. What town? Palm tree, dude. Pretty much all of Virginia. More up in the mountains. I'd love to see one in I've seen windmills in Charlottesville. I've been there. I didn't see any when I was there, but I've seen pictures of them. I don't know how well they do there. University Park. The furthest from me. That's awesome, Trevor. Yeah. Hey, I mean, look, I'll take. We have to be colder than it is, because you go you know, it may seem like we have the short end of the stick when it comes to species that are. And look at this. One of you guys who's using a single year. I first heard it. I definitely. Was just like a. It was. Planted. If you guys know I'm a conifer lover, this was a beautiful 110. They got an estimate because they actually went up there to cut it down because they cut it all down limb by limb because it was so massive. Eastern white pine. It was the biggest tree in the area. It was absolutely massive. I'm kind of glad for the sunny opening, but I'm super sad. I love Eastern trees and rot that was all the way up. Pine disease. Beautiful. A sad day for me being a have to go, and it did. Cinerea. Just like that second big tree there, and well, they grow to about 25, 30. Because the people who live across the story, they they're kind of like Florida. You can walk. It's really, and they all cool has a breeding ground. That's why the mosquito and parents are long Brady's for rent, and I think one of them was born in the they weren't even in about and that's how big it's grown. My 10 guys, which is plant them like that'd be awesome. Like I said, and since I got that's it. Wild prickly pear, cactus, Eastern prickly pear. Signal. You give it a well. That one to the back, hopefully the head in a second and see how it is in there. I want to get my flag and put it up. Starting to stop lagging, but it's still lagging. Okay. Sorry guys, sometimes they're just internet issues. Usually it's worse like the further I get from my house, and usually at my house it's fine in my yard and everything, but we'll see. Here's, sorry, I don't want to step on any of those seedlings, but that is Eastern prickly pear. I knocked one of the pads off by accident. That was completely my fault. I stepped over it and knocked one of the offshoots off, but it's still doing well. There. So yeah, this is Trachycarpus fortunei, Wagnerianus, sable minor, excuse me, and Trachycarpus tachyle. It's a beautiful, this one's doing really well. I really like this. And these are, like I said, rare palms around here. I mean, you can see they have very camerops-like fronds, very thin leaflets. And yeah, beautiful species. One of my favorite Trachycarpus, and probably believed to be the hardiest species. So if any Trachycarpus can be called close to bulletproof here, it would definitely be tachyle, and I've never seen one in the DC area. Only fortunei and Wagnerianus that I'm aware of. I'm sure people have tried them maybe that I don't know about. Really laggy. Okay, sorry. Oh, it's good now. Okay, yeah, I guess maybe it's just my backyard. Oh, NJ Palms, welcome in. I was just going to mention my Eucalyptus stellulata. I don't know if you heard about the sable minor seedlings, by the way. If you saw the resurrection of them, you very kindly gave me those beautiful sable minor, and I planted them, and they're doing really well. Sorry, one of them was removed, and one of them was just like eaten by some animal, and it's making a beautiful recovery. So that's it's really nice. So thanks, thank you so much for joining in. I'll show you the Eucalyptus stellulata right now. So unfortunately, my yard isn't very sunny, but unfortunately I've been somewhat. Let's go and it's done really well, and look at this thing, beautiful. It's like oak, live oak like leaves, or I don't know. Yeah, this thing's really appreciate this. This is a very rare eucalyptus species that is hardy here. And my friend NJ Palms, you guys should check out his eBay page. He sells all sorts of eucalyptus species that he grows from seed in New Jersey, same as sable minor. And you can buy them from him, and they're super awesome. And they're rare, and I got one from him for 15 bucks. It was really awesome. Prickly pear fruits are, you know what, Jacob? It's so funny that you mentioned that. I've been thinking about that lately, and the ones near me have them, but they're not ripe. So I guess I'm gonna wait till they ripen. But can you get them at the store? Like, do they have them at like local grocery stores or something? Because I want to get some. I really want to get some. Do they have them at like local grocery stores near you? Because I really want to try them. I've never tried prickly pear fruit, I'm ashamed to say, and I really want to. I'm gonna get some from the local patch as soon as they're ripe. Signal is better now. Okay, good. That is good to hear. All right. I'm gonna grab my flag really quickly. I got my California and US flag there. I like to put that up. I don't know why. I kind of like flags a lot. I like the designs on them and stuff. It's just, I think a lot of palm lovers like flags for some reason. Just generally, I like the designs on them and stuff like that. And this is another one of my Eucalyptus Cinerea. Like I said, I've been gone, so kind of dumb. I planted them right before I left for a bunch of trips. So as a result, a number of them died. Like I said, my local garden center was selling them all in these little pots. And you can see how much the other one's grown. And this one's barely grown. Like, taller, and then part of it died. I could use a little more water, but yeah, so my Eucalyptus Cinerea, they were selling for $4 at my local garden center. I was just surprised to see them. They almost never have eucalyptus around here. They are rare species near here. So I went all out, bought 10 of them for $4 each. So that's $40 total. Planted 3 of them in my yard, 2 of them in the median in my street. Actually more like 3, and then 4 in town. And several of them have died. Several of them have lived. So we've had mixed results because I haven't been here to water them, unfortunately. But stellulatas are done well, and this one's done pretty good. The one in the front's just done insanely well. You should try some camellias. and stuffed it in. Hey guys, sorry about that. How's the connection now? I just went through the house. Hopefully that'll increase it. Just got these flags here. This is my California and US flag. Usually I fold them, but they were just drying out because I got them out of the rain yesterday. They were drying out on one of my chairs. Sorry about the signal, guys. Hopefully it's still, hopefully you guys can hear me now. Let me know how it is. Pardon me 1 second. Same, it's not lagging for the... Okay, yeah, I would not go to the front anymore. I will stay back here. For some reason, the Wi-Fi likes my backyard more than my front yard. I do not know why, but just putting the flag up. And yeah, that's the story. So pardon me 1 second, guys. Oh. Someone has a... Really? Wow. Interesting. Well, hey, I guess, I mean, they have a right to, but I never listen to his music. But I guess they're a big fan, Palm Tree Dude. Never heard of that. Does this have a picture of his face on it? Pardon me 1 second, guys. Sorry it's taking so long, just wrapping this. So I got my flags up, got my US and California flags up. Now I just go for the wrap this around here. So I take these ropes, wrap them around here. Huh. me. There we go. Pudge Gaming, welcome in. Just his face and it says, that's crazy. Wow, I never heard of that. Must be big fans then. All right, there we go, guys. There are the flags sitting on my trampoline here. California Republic and US flag there. Just got those up. Got my hat that I wear always. As you can see, I have quite a fondness for California. But I'm here in Maryland as of now. There's a lot of longhorn and cow skulls. Really? Wow. You must be in like cattle country down in South Texas there. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's like the classic, I guess, Western, you know, ranch type scene with the longhorn and cow skulls there. That's crazy. Are there a lot of palms there, Jacob? The important question. I bet there are, knowing you. Because there's tons of palms in South Texas. I know that. But yeah, everything's doing well. And Sable minor seedlings. I mean, I remember scattering them around there, but I don't even remember. This must have just been like a rogue seedling that got over here. That's crazy. And yeah, like I said, if nobody steps on it, it will continue to thrive. Whoa, another one there. That is pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. I love seeing stuff like that. It just makes me so happy to see all these seedlings actually coming up. Gives me hope, because the ones in the woods should be coming up soon if they haven't already. Here's one there. You can see them sort of bending over like that. So these are all Sable minor seedlings. More there. You can see 3 of them lined up there. Another one there, another one there. More back by the fence there. So yeah, they should do well. Oh, so much English ivy here. It's a real pain, real problem. Does anyone know the name of the plant that are tumbleweeds? I think the name is just tumbleweed, yeah, because they're actually they're the famous like Western, you know, Western plant. But they're actually, I was just reading about it because when I was in California at the Huntington, I got this great book called Guide to Cacti, Yuccas and Agaves of California and Nevada. Great book. I love guidebooks like that, and it talks about like invasive plants in the deserts in you know the southwestern, in the Nevada and California deserts, and most of them are grasses and stuff like that. And apparently, I think it is called tumbleweed. It is actually an invasive species. I think it's native to, I forget exactly where it's native to, some desert ecosystem. But it is actually an invasive species in California and Nevada in the Southwest. In the U.S. generally, it's not native, which is kind of crazy because it's like one of the iconic Western species, the classic tumbleweed rolling across, but it's actually not native and it's invasive. So I have seen one once, only once. It was the craziest thing. In 6th grade when I took a Utah trip, it was so awesome. We went to St. George, lots of palms there. And near St. George, you're driving on the side of the road and this tumbleweed just goes whizzing by the car. And you just see it like bouncing along like the classic movie style. It was crazy. That is so cool. It's crazy. I kind of want to grow one for that. So yeah, I don't know if it's like they just, I think they just grow as plants and then once they die, they start rolling like that. I really don't know. I know nothing about them. But yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know if I grow one in Southern California or in the Southwest where they're invasive, but that's kind of crazy. Yeah, on my property, there's a 50-foot Robusta. Oh, that is awesome. Hey, 1 out of 3 is better than none out of 3, because you go north, less and less Robusta are surviving, and certainly less and less pygmy dates. So that is awesome that you got some palms there, Jacob. And oh, sorry about that. That is so cool, Jacob. Pygmy dates are great for that climate. 50-foot Robusta. I am so jealous. My biggest palm is about what, 2 feet? Not exactly a 50-foot palm. It's called the Russian Thistle. Just looked at, oh, the Russian Thistle. Yes, it's Russian Thistle. Is it actually from Russia? I can't imagine it's actually from Russia. But I'm guessing it was like something from somewhere else that was like discovered by the Russians. Just like Spanish moss is not actually from Spain. It's just discovered by the Spanish. Yeah, it is. It's interesting. Russian thistle. Hey, James Tropicals, welcome in. Thanks for joining. I'm here in my backyard. I can't go to the front. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi is terrible there. But we got strong connection back here in the back, so everything's going well. If there's anything you want me to show you that you know of mine, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll just go around and talk about some plants and we're having a great discussion here. I always enjoy talking to all you guys. And as I always say, and I'm going to continue to say it, you guys make the live stream fun, and I just talk. You guys make it fun, and it's great to have all you in here. Hopefully it's not too boring just seeing the same things over again. I used to go other places for my live streams, and I will continue to do that, but I just haven't done that in a while because I've been gone. And I think it's more fun, like on the National Mall, showing you guys the awesome palms there that are actually big. But, you know, we're here for now, so I figured let's just make do with what we have, and maybe in the future I'll head somewhere like the Arboretum or the National Mall. There's lots of cool places to see palms in DC and do a live stream from. For some reason, the Arboretum, which is like, it's not all rural, but it's like one of the more remote places in DC, away from all the tourist destinations. It's like has the strongest connection there. Incredibly strong Wi-Fi connection for live streams and stuff. It was super fun. After looking it up, I kind of don't. Yes. Palm tree dude, that experience has happened to me a lot. I think of growing something cool, then I look it up, and then I'm like, oh wait, this is either listed as invasive, or there's some reason why it's bad, or it's toxic or something. Yeah, it happens. Yes, it's not just invasive in the Southwest. It's just most famous for being there. It's also, I think, invasive across desert ecosystems. Maybe in the, I don't know if it's, I would assume it's somewhere in, you know, the Mediterranean, Europe. But yeah, it's an interesting plant. Russian thistle. I forgot that's what it's called. I do not know much about it at all. But yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, unfortunately. There's so much liriope here. If I could just remove it all, that like a lot of those are actually palm seedlings back there. But those ones sort of just stick straight up, like there's two of them right against the fence right there. Those two are actually palm seedlings. The rest, like the ones that bend over like that, that's all liriope. And they're not like sturdy, thick, and have those ridges. And they're like darker green. And then the sable minor have like a bluish tinge to them. Like there's one there, and you know, they're actually they have those like ridges on them. Super cool. There's a tube right there. Next to my Fortunae there. And there's a Wagnerianus, Sable Minor, and Tequil there. This thing's doing really well. Really? Is that right? You know, I saw Roadrunner at what's it called? Montezuma Castle National Monument when I was in Arizona. It was so crazy, and it actually literally ran across the road right in front of me. So that was the craziest thing. Actually lived up to its name. That's crazy. I had no idea. It's like all these plants, like Sable Minor is native to Arkansas. Obviously, you guys know it's native to Arkansas and Oklahoma. A lot of you know that. But general palm, I mean, just generally, that people don't know that palms are native to Arkansas and Oklahoma, which is kind of crazy. Same with tarantulas, is that right? Yeah, I've heard that, actually. I have heard that. That's crazy. I didn't know they were native to Louisiana, though. That's crazy. And Arkansas, too, is crazy for the Roadrunner. You always think of those as, like, southwestern, like, desert species, but they're really not just desert species at all. The first Robusta seedling I found, I plucked and placed it somewhere nice, and my pity covered it with dirt. And I was sure he killed it, but I uncovered it, and it was... Really? That's crazy. That's like what happened with my cactus. Not that one, but the one on the side. I put 4 of them there, and then my neighbor's gardeners came and dumped a bunch of potting soil on it. And there were only 2 that really made it, because it was just there for a while. I thought they removed them, and then I found a couple that popped out. And I just left them alone. And sure enough, one of them just popped out of the soil and started producing new pads without me even knowing it, until I realized it was crazy. It's crazy how tough these plants are, especially palms. And it's the same with my. You should see my that Sable Minor that I showed you guys. That thing was even like, I mean, it was just chewed apart by a squirrel or bird or something. I thought it was a complete goner, and now it's like making a recovery. Again, it is so tiny. That's the thing, is it'll take years to even really be noticeable. But it's making a recovery, so you just leave them alone and let them do their thing. Same with these palms over there, the seedlings in the ground that you can't really see right now. They're just tiny, but they're slowly but surely making their way. I've got all my palmetto seedlings, by the way, potted up inside. I don't know if you guys saw my video about that. All the palmettos that I had germinating in the baggie, those are all inside in little pots, germinating and growing. And then I'm gonna pot them, not pot them, I'm gonna plant them soon. Make a video on that, of course. And Arkansas seemed to be the crossroads. Quite, yes, it's definitely true. Especially, yeah, it really is true. And then, because Texas is like cactus country, got cacti over Texas, and then a couple of the species spill over into Arkansas and Louisiana, and you do have a huge mixing. And then especially Arkansas, you have this sort of north-south mix, which is like the deciduous forest that you'll find in like Missouri and Illinois to the north, that sort of go into the northern part of the state. And then the state tree of Arkansas, even though it's not native to, it's only native to like a third of the state, whereas it's native to like all of a lot of states, is the loblolly pine, and it's a very southern tree that's only native to about a third, maybe close to half of Arkansas. And so you have this sort of very interesting north-south mix in Arkansas, where you have like the northern and southern forests mixing with like the pines and sable minor in the south, which is a very southern, very southern forest. You got Spanish moss, I think, bald cypress, and then you've got like the deciduous upland hardwood forests within the Ozark Mountains in the north. Obviously, you've got other conifers and stuff there, but more deciduous. Yeah, it's crazy. Roadrunners in Arkansas, I never knew that either. It's crazy. There's this bird called a chacalaca that had a bunch of chicks with her. Wow, that's crazy. Chacalaca. I've never heard of that. Is it from Texas, or is it from the U.S. or North America? I've never heard of that. That's crazy. It's an interesting name though. I like that name. Chacalaca. Armadillos can be found. Yes. I've heard that. Yes, I've seen pictures of them in Tennessee. I'm not sure if I knew they went to Nebraska. That's crazy. In Missouri, almost like into the plains. But I've seen pictures of them in Tennessee, and I know they go into Kentucky and stuff, I think, which is just crazy, because they sort of do seem like very foreign animals. You'll see in like, it's crazy to think of them here in the eastern forests. There are armadillos in Western Virginia too. Really? That is crazy. Sort of like alligators, palm tree deer. They're like sort of in the very southernmost Virginia, in the Dismal Swamp. There's sightings of them in Virginia Beach, which means armadillos are quite close to where I am now. That's crazy. Let me know if you find one. Definitely take a video if you find one, palm tree dude. Wow, yeah, I remember seeing a map saying armadillos can go all the way up to the Massachusetts. Wow. Yeah, I've never seen one. I can certainly say I've never seen one. I don't think ever in the wild, and certainly never in Maryland or Virginia. But I only really, in the DC area, I don't know if they're native. I think, are they native here? You guys can let me know. I don't know if they're native to this area, but yeah. Got my bear flag here. This is an extinct species of grizzly. Kind of funny and sad that this species is extinct, the California grizzly. It's a subspecies, actually, of the grizzly bear, which obviously is not extinct, but the subspecies, the California grizzly, is extinct. The last one, I think it was mainly in Southern California, and it sort of became this big competition between, urbanizing and urban development and bears. People didn't want bears in neighborhoods, so they shot them all down in, I think, like the early 1930s. The last one was seen and killed, and it's on display. The actual bear that was modeled for this flag is on display at the California, it might be the California Museum in Sacramento, and it's on a pedestal of like grass, just like exactly as it's pictured here. And then obviously you got California Republic. The story of this flag is one of the most interesting of any state flag. Much more interesting than, like, sadly, palm tree dude, Virginia is not a very interesting flag. And the story of California's flag is much more interesting. Virginia and so many states, Nebraska, Kansas, all the sort of plain states, they all have like the, state seal on a blue background, and very few of those look good. It's certainly not original. This is a very original flag. And it's really sad, because this is a good flag. And it's sad to see so many flags, state flags, Nebraska, Kansas, Illinois. Illinois is okay. What else? Wisconsin, especially Pennsylvania, New York, all terrible flags. Just state seal on a blue background. Texas got a great flag. Ohio's got an insanely cool flag. It's not even a rectangle. It's like two triangles. It's really crazy. But yeah, there are a lot of cool flags, but there are also probably just as many, or not more, terrible flags. Maryland's got a super cool flag. Maryland's sort of the rare eastern state with a good flag. South Carolina's cool. North Carolina's all right. But, you know, a lot of them are pretty bad. Map that you were talking about, show them where it's suitable. Yes, I have seen that exact map on Wikipedia of showing them that they'll probably expand their range northward. Yes, exactly. Yes, I've seen that map on Wikipedia. Fun fact, there used to be jaguars here in South Texas. Yes, I've heard that. They used to be in Florida too, I believe. I mean, I know there's a Florida panther, which is different. I saw the fun facts in wildlife. That's crazy. Jaguars in Texas, who knew? Jaguars used to range as... Yes, exactly. There used to be up to, I mean, all across the South, right? That's crazy. Yeah, Virginia's flag is absolutely horrible, and it's probably one of the worst, and there's a lot of bad ones out there. It's sad to say, because look, I'm from Maryland. Not exactly sure how much pride I'd say I have in my state, but Maryland's got a good flag, and I think with all due respect to Maryland, Virginia is a much better state in my opinion. You got more palms, you got Virginia Beach, you got palms all over. You've got the super cool like conifer forests in the at the highest elevations in the Appalachians. You've got all sorts of varied topography that Maryland only like has a slice of. So I think Virginia's a much cooler state, but a much worse flag. Maryland's flag's super cool. I don't have one though. Unfortunately, I don't have too much pride in Maryland. Unfortunately, it's a perfectly fine state. Eastern Maryland's super cool because it's got like the conifer pine barrens. You've got like pine savannas. You've got loblolly pines everywhere. But Western Maryland has lots of hemlocks. So there's cool spots in Maryland, but there's also very boring spots in Maryland. So, yep. But yeah, that's sort of the story. Hopefully, Virginia will design a new flag soon because the flags. I mean, the history is not really much meaning to it, not really much of anything to it. It's just a state seal on a blue background. Very unoriginal, and the image depicted is just like a guy standing over a dead body. It's like kind of gruesome image to have on a state flag, something that people fly as a symbol of pride. You don't want a dead body with a guy standing on it. I mean, I guess that could symbolize pride, but not the right kind. I don't know. Yeah, Virginia should get a new one. There are still cougars here because someone hit one. Really? That is crazy. I never knew that. Virginia's cool to me and bad in a number of ways. I can't say I hate it because I definitely don't, but I can't say I want to live here. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I think Virginia is a much cooler state than Maryland, but that's sort of kind of how I feel on Maryland. There's lots of cool places here. I definitely don't want to live here my whole life, but I'll say this is what I say about DC area generally. It's a good place to grow up. I mean, you sort of get politics shoved in your face 24/7, which when you're a child, you don't necessarily need. But all things considered, it's a good place to grow up. It's a nice town. I can't complain. It's a really nice. It's a nice area. It's just a good place. DC's cool. DC's really cool. Virginia's awesome, and Maryland's cool. So good for a trio right there. Yeah, that's the story. All right, guys. I think I might end it soon. Hour and 1 minute. Just passed it there. But it's great having all you guys in here. It's so much fun as always. I'll straighten my flagpole out. This thing leans over a lot because I just put it in some loose soil, which I dug up. So this thing, as you can see, it's leaning. Gotta straighten it. That's straight. There. This flagpole leans a lot. There we go. Let's see how it looks. It's probably still a little bit leaning. Ah, it actually looks fine. There we go. I like to have the flags sort of draped over each other, sort of like this. There we go. I love that look with the draped over the California flag. Thanks for streaming. Gotta go. All right, awesome. Palm tree dude, I'm gonna head out as well. Guys, thank you so much. You guys make it fun. I had a great time with you. Sorry if we had some connection issues, but look, all things good, all things considered, and I had so much fun as always, and I spotted all those insane stable miner seedlings I never even noticed before, which I scattered a bunch of seeds around like in winter, and they've all germinated, which is awesome. If they made it through winter and germinated, they're definitely making it through this winter. I think I can say that with some degree of certainty. So super awesome, everything's doing well. Trichycarbus fortunei with 2 stable miner seedlings there, and yeah, that's super cool to see. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos and have a good one. Take care. Thanks, Pudge Gaming. Take care. All right, bye guys. Bye Jacob. Bye Palm Tree Dude. Bye everyone. Thanks for joining in, and have a good one.